If you're hunting for horror movie recommendations, then you've come to the right place. Here's my quick list of 5 great British horror movies you might not have seen. Witchfinder General.
Hounding the innocent in violence and terror, this evil man showed no mercy in the pursuit and interrogation of his victims. He was called the Witchfinder General.
In this movie, also known as the Conqueror Worm in the US, sadistic witch hunter Matthew Hopkins prowls the countryside, inflicting pain during the English Civil War. Hot on his heels is Roundhead Marshall, out to avenge his fiancée and her uncle after they're victimized by Hopkins. The depiction of violence in this 1960s horror is surprisingly hard-hitting, making the film quite controversial in its day. But director Michael Reeves does an excellent job in balancing the supernatural expectations of the audience by portraying Hopkins as an all-too-human monster. And of course, it's one of the best Vincent Price performances. Best known for his campy humour in horror roles, Price is a surprisingly compelling, serious actor, even though it's rare to see that side of him. Here he excels in a relatively low-key, truly heinous character study. If you're interested in Price, check out my video on why he's one of the most fascinating figures in horror cinema. The Stone Tape.
The hell?
That's not computer language.
It's your code number, you fed it in.
I didn't.
You must have done.
There are words. They might be words. See, pray.
So, that's so there.
Pray. Prayer.
More strictly a television play than a film, Nigel Kneale's The Stone Tape is a really influential horror best known for its influence on Prince of Darkness, the John Carpenter film, and for putting the idea of residual haunting into the popular consciousness. It follows a group of researchers who hole up in an old mansion to work on a recording medium. A particular room with years of ghost stories surrounding it leads the researchers to investigate, and their hopes that the stone itself is some sort of new recording method is complicated by the very real horrors that have been recorded and played back in the room. With its carefully told story of gaslighting and ghosts, the film cunningly combines gothic tropes with a razor-sharp bit of science fiction, and the end result is incredibly creepy. If you can track it down, this one's definitely worth a watch. Ghost Stories.
Hello? Is anyone there?
The spirit. The unquiet spirit.
While we're on the topic of, well, ghost stories, here's a newish horror adapted from a wildly successful stage play. TV presenter and Professor Philip Goodman is well known for debunking fake hauntings, but when he's presented with 3 supposedly unsolvable cases by a famed elder ghost hunter, he's stumped. Ghost Stories tells of 3 wildly different hauntings: a night watchman spooked in a disused asylum, a teen boy obsessed with devils, and a city banker dealing with a poltergeist. Very slow on the build with some terrific scares at the climaxes of the stories. Be sure to turn off the lights, shut the curtains, and watch this all alone for the true effect. Asylum.
Come to the asylum. Come to the asylum to get killed. Come to the asylum.
Another anthology horror, this time from the masters of anthologies, Amicus, who produced all sorts of movies like this throughout the 60s and 70s. A new doctor arrives at an asylum to interview for a position, but the guy in charge has different ideas. The applicant has to interview 4 patients about their lives and how they came to be in an asylum, and discover which of them used to be a doctor in that very institution. Broadly silly and low budget, the film is full of inventive imagery and stories. There's body parts wrapped in brown paper that are coming alive, a suit that can only be tailored at midnight, miniature spirit projected mannequins. It's full of crazy stuff, and no wonder, since it's written by Robert Bloch, most famous for writing Psycho. If you enjoy this, check out my Horror Anthology 101 video for more information about the amazing Amicus movies. Kill List.
They're bad people. They should suffer.
Jay is an ex-military contract killer, still dealing with some unspecified trauma for a mission gone wrong. As him and his wife are out of money, Jay needs to get back in the game. When Jay's new contract has to be signed in blood, you start to get the sense that not all is well. Kill List is a really fresh mix of genres, combining crime, thriller, psychological and cult horror together to make something totally new. Watch this for a truly shocking, intense horror experience. That's it from me for this list of 5 phenomenal British horror movies, but if I missed anything that you really like, I'd love to hear your recommendations in the comments below. Maybe you like another Amicus movie more. Maybe you wanted to hear about Night of the Demon or Village of the Damned, or maybe something more modern like The Descent. Pop a comment below and let's have a chat about it. That's it from me. Have a good one. Bye for now.